What if I told you the person you can't stop thinking about is not the one you love, but the one your mind got addicted to? And what you're feeling right now is not love, it's withdrawal. Look at your own life. You don't feel the same way all the time. One moment you're happy, next moment irritated, because emotions are not permanent. They are waves. They rise and they fall. Now here's the problem. You tried to build something permanent on something that was never meant to last. You built love on emotions, and emotions never stay. When emotions become too strong, they don't guide you, they control you. You stop thinking clearly, you ignore reality, you lose balance. You don't see truth anymore, you see what you feel. It always starts beautifully. Late night talks, constant attention, that feeling of, this is different. And then, something shifts. Replies get slower, energy changes, distance appears. And suddenly, you're left wondering, what happened? Nothing happened. The emotion faded. And when the emotion disappeared, so did what you called love. Be honest. Do you really miss them? Or do you miss the way they made you feel? The attention, the excitement, the validation. Because that's what your mind remembers. Here's what's really happening. Every time they gave you attention, your brain released dopamine, a reward chemical. And now, your brain wants more. Not them, the feeling. That's why letting go feels painful. Not because they were perfect, but because your mind got used to the high. And now it's gone. Here's where most people get fooled. They think intensity equals love. But anxiety feels intense. Jealousy feels intense. Attachment feels intense. That doesn't make it real. Here's something most people never realize. You don't fall in love with people. You fall in love with what feels familiar, even if that familiarity hurts you. If you grew up feeling ignored, you may feel drawn to people who don't give you enough attention. If love in your past felt uncertain, you'll feel attracted to people who confuse you. Not because it's good for you, but because your mind says, this feels known, so this must be right. Familiar doesn't mean healthy. It just means you've experienced it before. And the mind always chooses what it recognizes. Now think about this. Have you ever noticed a pattern in the people you're attracted to? Different faces, same story. Same confusion, same emotional highs, same emotional crashes. That's not coincidence. That's conditioning. Your mind is not searching for love, it's searching for completion. It keeps putting you in similar situations, hoping this time you'll finally get what you didn't get before. But instead, you repeat the same cycle. Let's go deeper, because everything you've experienced so far, every attachment, every heartbreak, every emotional high, comes back to one thing. The real problem is not them. It was never them. It's the belief quietly sitting inside you that says, I am not complete on my own. And once you believe that, everything changes. You don't enter relationships to share. You enter them to fill something missing. And that's where the trap begins. Because now, you're not looking at the person for who they are. You're looking at them for what they can give you. Attention, validation, comfort, distraction, relief from yourself. And the moment someone becomes your source of relief, they also become your source of fear. Fear of losing them, fear of them changing, fear of them pulling away. Because if they leave, you're left alone with the very thing you were trying to escape, yourself. This is why you hold on, even when it hurts. You ignore red flags. You tolerate disrespect. You stay longer than you should. Not because you love them, but because you're afraid of facing yourself without them. And the more you depend on someone emotionally, the more power you give them over your peace. Now your happiness is not yours anymore. It's in their reply, their mood, their presence. That's not love. That's dependency. And dependency always comes with anxiety, because deep down, you know, you're standing on something unstable. And anything unstable creates fear. But here's the truth most people avoid. Nothing outside you was ever meant to complete you, because you were never incomplete to begin with. You just never learned how to sit with yourself, how to understand yourself, how to be okay without constant distraction. So instead, you searched for someone to do that work for you. But no person can carry that weight, and when they try, it eventually breaks. Not because love failed, but because it was never love. It was a search for something that only you can give yourself. But the moment you become aware, everything begins to shift. You start noticing your reactions, your triggers, your emotional patterns. And instead of immediately reacting, you pause. That pause is power. Because in that moment, you are no longer controlled by emotion. You are observing it. Imagine this. Your emotions are like a storm. Before, you were inside it, getting pulled by every wave, every wind, every surge. But now, you step outside, you watch it without getting lost in it. The storm is still there, but it no longer controls you. Now this is where everything changes. Real love doesn't feel chaotic. It doesn't create anxiety. It doesn't make you overthink. It doesn't make you question your worth. Real love feels safe, stable, clear. It feels like peace, not pressure. There's a powerful difference between love and need. Need says, I can't live without you. Love says, I choose you, but I don't lose myself. Need creates fear. Fear of losing, fear of being alone, fear of not being enough. But love has no fear. So why don't most people experience this? Because they never slow down. They keep chasing feelings, jumping from one emotional high to another. They confuse intensity with depth and distraction with connection. So they never sit with themselves long enough to understand who they really are. But the moment you stop chasing intensity and start choosing awareness, everything begins to change. You stop being attracted to chaos. You stop needing validation. You stop losing yourself and others. And for the first time, you start experiencing something real. So next time you feel something intense, don't rush to call it love. Pause and look deeper. Ask yourself, is this coming from clarity or from craving? Because emotions will come and go. Attachment will rise and fall. But real love doesn't shake you. It grounds you.